be glad to share with you. We know that the market has not been very smooth, although it was getting better. It has been getting better since last week. Lots of volatilities. Let's review the market valuation, I always do, and then I'll go to the things that that's important to us. Okay, let me share my screen with you here. This is my screen, and this is the homepage of Guru Focus. What you see on your homepage, might be different from what I see because this page is fully customizable. And what I love to see is this SP500F value chart. And if you look at this chart, you can always expand it. I think this chart is great. I have looked at many charts regarding to the market valuation, but I think this chart, the one we developed, is the best. I really believe so. And we know that the market was overvalued about at the beginning of the year. Then it had a crash. It went almost to the bear market. During that time, the market was down close to 20%, SP500. And it was about fair value, but now it recovered another 10%. So it's not as undervalued or fair valued as anymore. It's slightly overvalued. And I believe this strongly. And I think that the market is a little bit overvalued. It was fair valued maybe 2 weeks ago, but now it's slightly overvalued. And yeah, and how about the insiders? The insider trend always correlated with the market valuation. And we have found historically that when the insider are buying as a whole, and it's always a good time to buy. So that's why we created this insider trend page. Somehow it's loading a little bit slow. Oh yeah, up. It's under insiders. It's under insiders, insider trends here. And here it shows you what the insiders are doing with their stock. And this is again the SP500 versus the insider buy sell. You can see the green bars here are the insider buying to selling ratio, buy to sell ratio. So when the green bar is high, there are lots of insider buying activities. And this black horizontal line is the average. Historical average, the buy to sell activity is about 0.4 historical average. This red line is the volume, is the average volume of insider trading. And this blue line is SP500. You can see that when SP500 has a dip, has like a downturn, maybe 20–30%, the insider would be buying like crazy. And they always know as a whole, as a group, they know when to buy. This is like in 2008, 2009, the financial crisis. This was 2012, U.S. government shutdown. And in 2020, the pandemic, the market was down like 30% within 2 weeks. The insider, they grabbed this opportunity and they immediately bought a lot, and the market has been doing very well since. And most recent, when we had a market downturn close to bear market, you can see that the insider activity was picking up here, and the average is about 0.4, and it went to above average. It has long been below average, but it went to above average last 2 months, and now about 0.5. So the insider thinks that it's not a bad time to buy. It's a pretty good time. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions regarding to this, and I will certainly do my best to answer your question. The insider chart, every bar here. Thank you, Adam, for the question. Every bar here in the chart is the monthly data, is accumulated data for that month. So we add all the insider buy counts, divide by all the selling counts. And every bar here is a monthly data. It's for that month. So latest data is for May, but since May is just starting, so every day we got new data, it will be added to the calculation. So the bar for the last month will be the current month will always be changing until the month end. And it's the number of buying, selling activity in the public market. We don't count the option exercises or private market deals. It's in the public market trading at the public traded prices, as the current stock prices. So that's more convincing. And we also, when we count this, we don't really care how many shares they buy. We just count them as one if they buy today. And that's why we call it transaction count here. And we have users suggested us to track the shares bought instead of just the transaction count. We actually just added this option this month called shares volume option. You can switch on that, click on that, switch it. It's actually not very, if you look at this chart, it's actually not as good as the one we're using as a buy-sell count ratio. It's actually not as good as the one we have been using. So you can always switch this and go back. Of course, you can also look at the sell-buy ratio where we're displaying buy-sell ratio. You can also look at the sell-buy ratio. If you click on that, you will know that when the insiders are selling as a group, selling more as a group. Since this is 2007, they were selling more during the financial crisis. They didn't sell at all. They don't sell during when market crashed. They don't sell like during the market shut down or Ebola crisis, I believe here. And also during the pandemic, 2020, this one, this particular month, they don't sell. The insiders, they know when to buy as a group. They know when to buy and when to sell. We did lots of studies on this. We found that as individual insider or individual companies insider, not very convincing. But as a group, they are very they reflect the true trend for the insiders. And they show us when is a good time to buy, when is a good time to sell.